Hello everyone, it's Jen from Scrapbena Creations. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm so excited for this video. I'm going to tell you why it's so special to me, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about this stamp set first. So this is the Better Together stamp set by the Collective Creators. It has this sweet mug with all the little crafty utensils inside. There is a world as well that comes separately from the mug, so you can use them together or apart. And today I'm just going to be using the mug here with the craft supplies. And I'm going to be doing some paper piecing and some Copic coloring. So I'm just stamping out the image with my Lawn Fawn jet black ink on some alcohol-friendly paper. I'm also going to stamp out the mug on some of this beautiful floral pattern paper. This is from the Lawn Fawn Spring Fling 6x6 paper pad. I thought it was nice and bright and cheery and made for a really pretty mug. So I'm just going to fussy cut that out on the line. I did go ahead and use a black marker just to go around that. It helps smooth out those little imperfections in the fussy cutting. Then I can adhere my paper on to my mug, and then I just needed to cut out a couple areas there in between some of those crafty supplies. So I'm just going to do that, just showing you how. I'm just grabbing those small pieces and then I'll adhere those on with some liquid adhesive. And then I'm just using my stamp block there to ensure that I get a nice good stick to my paper. So we are celebrating Mary's 15,000 subscriber, which is amazing. I'm so happy for her. And if you are a subscriber to her, you know that she is just a light in our community. And as part of her celebration, she had a little party. There were 30 creators that came together and donated a card to send out to her subscribers all over the world. So I will leave the link to her party video at the end of this video and down in the description box below, so you can find all the information on how to enter. There are 30 amazing creators. There are a number of amazing crafting companies who have donated prizes and gift cards, so there's lots of fun to be had. So go over and check that out and enter to maybe receive a prize. How fun is that? And this is the card that you could possibly win from me. So I hope you love it. Go over, check out Mary's video, and good luck winning some of those amazing prizes, including the handmade cards by people in our community. Okay, so you see here, I've already started coloring. I'm keeping the color palette to the same colors that's in the pattern paper. I thought that would be really pretty to kind of carry those colors up from the mug into the crafting supplies. I wanted to make the scissors look like my Cutter Bee scissors because I use them all the time. So I added some stripes on there that I can color in black. Just with my Memento marker. It is an alcohol safe marker. I will link it below, as well as all the other products that I'm using in today's video in case you want to check anything out, including the stamp set, which you can purchase on Mary's Etsy shop. So how fun is that? The sentiments are great, and this little mug is just so precious. So I decided to color the ruler in pink, and I thought that that looked really pretty. I added some green colors there to the other little marker in the cup, and there's a Copic marker in here, which I think is so cute. So I used that aqua color for the top of the Copic marker there. Had a little visit from my kitty Lila. She was checking out what I was doing as I was coloring up all the areas that I want either black or gray here using my cool gray markers. I'm also going to add a little bit of those lighter colors to the barrel of the Copic marker and the paintbrush just to give them a little bit of shading, but still wanted them to look white. So love how this card turned out. So fun coloring up all those little crafty supplies. I'm also just going to add a little bit of shading here to the sides of the mug right on top of the pattern paper. This just gives a little bit of dimension to the pattern paper, so it's not so stark white in contrast to the coloring. Lila is still there walking around my desk. Just finishing up blending some of that white area out, and then I can go ahead and stamp my sentiment onto my mug. And I'm using this amazing stamp set by Trinity Stamps. This is called A Crafter's Heart. It definitely has my heart as well, and I thought it paired perfectly with the Better Together stamp set. So on the front, I'm going to stamp out Crafty Friend, and then above that, I'm going to stamp out the word hello. There's lots of great sentiments in this stamp set that you can mix and match. I love the scripty font of the word crafty. I'm also going to stamp a sentiment from this stamp set on the inside of the card. You'll see that here in just a second. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim some pattern paper. This is also from the Spring Fling paper pad. It's really pretty aqua color. So I'm just trimming that down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I need to trim up my card panel here just slightly. So I'm going to trim off all 4 sides, or at least 3. I can't remember if I trimmed anything off the bottom. I just wanted to make sure I could keep the mug as centered as possible here. And I believe I did get my fingers into the ink on the sentiment. No big surprise there if you guys have been watching me for a while. You think I'd learn, but I don't. So I decided to round the bottom corners of the card. I just thought this gave a little bit of interest to a very clean and simple, mostly 1-layer card, although I suppose the pattern paper technically makes it 2 layers, but we'll call it a cheater 1-layer card. I'm using my old school Creative Memories corner rounder, and I love how when you use it, it sends your paper flying. Just gives me some fun and enjoyment while I'm creating the small things in life. But anyways, I always get a good laugh when it flies across my craft desk. I've had that thing for probably 20 years and it's still kicking. So here's where I finished off the inside. I'm using the sentiment "You Inspired Me." I wasn't really happy with how it's stamped out, so I decided in the end to stamp it on some of that Aqua pattern paper and put it over top of the mis-stamped sentiment. To finish off, I'm using some Nuvo in White Blizzard. It's a little bit sparkly, and I just added those to the center of the flowers for some glitter and some fun. Adding as well some Nuvo Shimmer pen to some of the areas, and then some Nuvo Glaze. And my card is complete. So I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope the recipient will love it. Go over and check out Mary's video, and here's another video from me as well. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Bye!